For Reality Rift, they played at the 4, 496 played at the 5. But against the Gyrocopter, I think Clockwork is a really good hero, especially the early game. You can also get the Rockets to scout out the Ancients if the Gyrocopter is stacking and doing that as well. So you have some nice smoke potential to be able to kill him with. So I think that's really good. It's another game where Reality Rift don't actually prioritize the Void. They just let it go into the second phase ban here. Oh, Darkseer. Ooh.
Yeah. What do you think of this hero? Because he's been picked up a little bit more than he used to. But, you know, still to me feels like he can be a bit weak in the lanes.
Yeah, I think
10 seconds
he is weak in the lane, depending on the carry that he's matched up against. But his strength is obviously not the lane. His strength is that he can always constantly ghost push lanes where he just puts ion shells on the creeps, and then that naturally pushes the lanes out, and then you can also join up with your team. Then later he provides that big, massive team fight with his vacuum ball combos. And on 496's side, this tiny, if he gets surged up with an ion shell, all of a sudden you're not having to worry about only 900 health. That combo can deal like 1,200 health of damage, right? It's very scary in the mid game for a Reality Rift, and they're gonna go with the Juggernaut pick. So that's something that a hero that doesn't care about Darkseer, which is gonna be nice. And because they pick Jug, I would like to see something like an Invoker here potentially for Reality Rift. Because one, it can remove the Ion Shell, and two, it can provide Alacrity for the Juggernaut. So then Reality Rift will have 2 Alacrities. So that's really nice.
You love the double Alacrity gameplay. We'll have it out for 496 as the immediate response.
5 seconds remaining.
The Winter Wyvern is response to the Juggernaut because of the curse. Obviously, if somebody's next to the Jug, he will die, and then the third skill can save you from Omni Slash. And they're going with the Queen of Pain instead, so they want something that has more jump capabilities. Invoker obviously doesn't have that jump capability. He's more of like a counter-initiating hero in this situation, but the Queen of Pain will be something a little bit more aggressive. Now, 496 have the option to actually counter this Queen of Pain mid with their last pick here, because I do believe the Tiny is going to be at the 4, and the Wyvern is going to be at the 5.
Yeah, is there a possibility that Reality Rift will want the Queen of Pain in the off lane instead, just to dodge out a bad matchup?
There is a possibility, but the last pick is on 496's side, so Reality Rift will instantly like give away what their strategy is, depending on the hero they pick. Like if they pick an Invoker, you already know the Queen of Pain is at the 3, so you just have to counter pick the Invoker or something.
You know, get something which can maybe both move between the lanes and make it nice and unambiguous, like the Void Spirit or something, but that goes banned out in the middle phase. But something along those lines. What about 496? They need themselves a mid laner. I imagine it'll be something which can pick. Yeah.
Till they see Reality Rift 0 to guarantee like which is the hero it's going to be matched up in the mid lane here. The Void Spirit did get banned out this game, so it can't be a Void Spirit, which I think would have been the hero that would have made the most sense. I like the Kunkka ban. Kunkka is so good against Queen of Pain. So that's nice. Not that good against Juggernaut, but I'm pretty sure like this Queen of Pain is going to be mid because of the bans that I see from Reality Rift.
Yeah.
Dire team ban.
And DP ban. Okay, that's important ban. I feel like this DP has been doing a lot of work in this series.
Yeah, it's been pivotal to the 496 gameplay, so glad it got taken out of the pool here. Yeah, they just need something which can make plays whilst the Gyrocopter gets his first few items on board. You know, something high tempo. You know, the Conquer would have been really good. Obviously, the DP would have been great as well. Something along those lines could work really nicely for 496. And they do feel like they've got their egg hitter sorted with the Gyrocopter as well, especially with the Darkseer. The Surge can just enable the Gyrocopter to get in deep and find that egg every single time, and then just flak down everyone who tries to come close. So
5 seconds remaining.
What is their off lane? I do think they should keep the Phoenix on the position 5 though. I feel like that's so much more effective.
Yeah.
Right now, it's just so annoying, and you have to deal with this position 5 hero, and if you don't, you just kind of lose team fights, and then all of a sudden all your cores can do the stuff. So
I'd really like to see a Pangolier actually out from Reality Rift.
I don't. Oh, Ember. Okay, so that
flexibility.
Position 3 Ember. Yeah, It could be. I think this is gonna become a Queen of Pain position 3. Like Ember 3 is kind of bad,
Yeah, it's pretty garbage.
right? But maybe they pick it as a 3 because they want to dodge
10
the
seconds
homing
remaining.
missile in the lane. But I doubt it. Like I think this is just an Ember 2 and Queen of Pain 3. They're gonna go with the Nyx pick.
Assassin.
Whoa. Okay. So that's a mid tiny and a position 4 Nyx now. Now Nyx Darkseer is a good combo, and this
Classic.
Nyx has a lot of value this game.
He does. Yeah, the ability to stun up the Ember Spirit when he pops that Flame Guard, the ability to stop the Queen of Pain. She has so much AoE abilities, it's very difficult for her not to trigger that.
And the Phoenix too.
Yeah,
So
yeah, absolutely,
hard
absolutely.
counter
One of the big
Phoenix.
ones.
Sunray, third skill, boom. Now no more Sunray in the fight.
And the Mana Drain going to be quite useful against these high-end heroes like the Queen of Pain and the Phoenix as well. Yeah, I mean, a multifaceted pole position here in this final. Nick's not a great hero right now, but in certain games, he can do a hell of a lot of work, and I think we're going to see that in this game as well. Based on these drafts, who would you say has the advantage throughout the game?
I think Reality Rift, they need to be doing very well in the lane. Or else, if this game goes to like mid-late, I think 496 have the better lane.
Okay, all right.
Because of their team fighting capability.
Yeah, that is the big thing. It's what it always comes down to, the team fighting capability. Both teams can get very, very strong if they get the advantage. These lanes, I think, I would say it's a hard one. How is this safe lane Jug gonna do against Darkseer?
Oh,
Nick
he's
Assassin,
free farm.
probably fine,
That's
right?
super easy for him, right? That's super easy. Actually, Nick should be the one worried in this lane that he might die to the Juggernaut,
Mm-hmm.
right? For me, the thing about 496 is their lanes are not super amazing, but they're
Exactly.
team fighting. But Reality Rift, they have the way to win the lanes. Like Queen of Pain and Clockwork can actually destroy this Gyrocopter, right? You got a slow from the Quap, she can blink in from long range, Clockwork can come in from behind, cog you up, and Wyvern is not going to do a whole lot to save you. And they also have plenty of magic damage to be able to deal like with the mid-game Wyvern, Cold Embrace, and things like that too. So 496, they gotta just play for the 50-50 on the lanes. Tiny gotta make space for his team, and then once they get high levels, that's when the lineup is online. Generally, that's a very bad play style to have, where you need a lot of XP to make your lineup work. But 496 are doing a really good job at finding that experience.
It's one of their specialties. You know, often you'll see this in a team which fights a hell of a lot, that indeed their ability to find XP is very good. So hopefully we will see that this game. 496, of course, very comfortable playing behind this Gyrocopter as well. It's just something they are so used to doing on the Dire side as well. And 458 plays an amazing Gyrocopter. One of the best Gyrocopter players I'd say I've seen in a while.
Yeah, but his cosmetic game though, hella weak.
Hella weak,
naked.
dude. He's a fully naked Gyro. He's a nude Gyro. He's a streaker on the field. What are you doing, man?
I know 458. He has a lot of items too. But for some reason he's decided not to use any of his cosmetics at all for his Gyrocopter.
He's a hipster, dude. He's like, hey, you know what? Everyone's using cosmetic. I'm just gonna use none. I'm just gonna strut my stuff. Working what my mama gave me.
You can also see 496. They have not been smoking in the last 2 games. They realized what happened in game
They did actually
1.
smoke in game 2, but they went in this direction instead, rather than running down the top.
A much more safe, right?
Exactly. And yeah, see, he's just taunting a little bit, you know, saying hi to Hustler. What's up, buddy? You want to battery assault me? And he absolutely does. And yeah, he's like, oh, maybe I did want to do this.
Take that 3 runes. Oh, big for 496.
Very nice. Yep.
Yeah.
That's going to go pick up the last one, and that is going to make it 3-2-1. So
pretty significant for like Reality Rift not to get that rune, because they are the ones trying to win lanes, right? So all that gold, like they lose 40 gold, but the opponent gets it. It's gonna hurt them quite a bit, actually. You'd be surprised how big that difference.
Man, 496 really like getting this early ward down in the safe lane as well. Just vision under the tower, vision on the enemy, and the vision on creep waves and everything. Doesn't quite see pulls, I don't think, which is something it doesn't give you, but Arjun immediately being forced out. But there's no worries. He's just going to wait until the creeps come under his tower. The double iron shell just going to push it right in under him.
Well, KYX are getting pressured heavily in the top lane. Rocket and the Arctic Burn just being thrown at him. The Clockwork just gonna pull the crates. But actually, that Sentry
Radiant's
from
courier
496 gonna see that ward too. They're gonna get a nice D ward on the big camp there.
Yeah, it's right, literally right next to it, so that's gonna be an easy peasy one. Thank you for the vision. Thank you for the gold, he says. That's 104 gold to start the game off with for a Wyvern. He's very much loving that pocket change. Meanwhile, Hung in mid against the Ember Spirit. You know, the physical damage from the tree grab's quite nice to fight into the Ember. It means that his Flame Guard's not going to be super effective, but it also means you've got nothing to really take the Flame Guard off with until later on when you've got more points in your spells. It's a give and take relationship. I think the Ember Spirit will have a really good time in this mid lane, but Hung, you know, it's about what he can do with some power runes, what he can do with a bit of comeback potential. And, tried to get the toss back, but missed it.
That would have been big toss back if he actually got that.
Your Darkseer drops really low in the bottom lane, but it's actually Nuts who ends up going down to Yassi. Dead Phoenix, and that's first blood for this bottom lane by 496. They're going to be very happy with this.
Yeah. Nyx gained that extra gold. That's going to help him quite a bit. Hero who actually does need this early gold so he can find himself some more experience later, utilizing that mobility. It's gonna get a nice pull here bottom too. They're actually doing very well bottom on the side of 496. I think this Juggernaut, I feel like Juggernaut should be doing a little bit better, but because of the level 1 pressure and the Phoenix not being there from the start of the laning stage has kind of hurt him.
Yeah. Maybe could be finding a bit more, but he's going to be fine. Though they're running onto Yazzie here, trying to grab the kill onto the Nyx Assassin. He's going for the TP out. There might be a little bit too much damage. Let's see. No, he will make it. Easy enough for the Nyx Assassin. He's got Tranquils already. Jesus.
Yup. That's what I mean. It's going to be real nice, especially to rotate around like mid and top if he wants to go there. He can have a lot of impact this game with this kind of start.
Absolutely. I mean, well, how's things going? I mean, middle lane's very even right now. In fact, even a small advantage for the Tiny right now as he's zoned out Alacrity. Every time I've looked, though, the creeps have kind of been up on this hill, which is really good for the Tiny. I don't know how he's managing this, but his lane control's been pretty excellent. Good thing about Tiny as well is, as you see here, he doesn't need to overcommit for the range creep like other heroes do because he's just got the tree throw. So it's really nice just to secure that range creep each and every time and make the lane nice and safe for him. Meanwhile, Queen of Pain having to blink away up in the top lane as he gets chased in by Bombi and 458.
Dude, they're getting absolutely destroyed in this top lane. I'm quite surprised of how much damage the Winter Wyvern and Gyro are capable of dealing. Just the Arctic Burn plus the homing missile, like from level 1, just zoning the Quap out constantly.
8 and 5 on the Queen of Pain. Yeah, and with that homing missile on you, you can't escape the Wyvern. You know, they've got the vision, therefore she's just going to keep on hitting away with the Arctic Burn. That's problematic.
Nuts. He's just gonna. Oh no, he's gonna get his TP can. Oh, he doesn't get his TP
not.
can.
He is not.
He is nuts.
Yep. Living up to his name. Exactly. He's got a brand to maintain, you know.
Exactly.
Pretty quiet laning phase, all things considered. No team really getting super up in each other's grill like we've seen previously, but lane's going pretty evenly, except this top lane where KXY is just being nuked out of the lane, pretty much.
Oh yeah, he needs like some bracers and some more healing salves or something like that.
Yeah,
Hustler doesn't want to be in there. He's like, oh no, guys, this is too much
Don't worry,
damage.
Queen of Pain. Also, oh god, oh Jesus, this hurts. This really hurts. I think he's okay though. Yeah, they won't chase him any further than this.
They have so much regen too, 496. Even if they try to like go in and harass him down, they got 2 healing salves out. They're gonna get the bounty and the Winter Wyvern as well. Hung wants to steal that bounty.
He's in some trouble here. He's going to try and turn around upon them. The damage comes in onto Hustler. He's going to be the one dead, but KYXY going to try and finish off the Gyro and will be able to do so, but gives his life for it, so it's a 2-for-1.
Right.
But I think it's a 2-for-1 they'll take, considering how badly the Queen of Pain's been doing.
Oh yeah, they'll definitely take that. And the Wyvern is level 4.5. Like once he's level 5, he's get that level 3 Splinter Blast. It's going to be so hard for Reality Rift to push towers.
Nyx coming in, nice 2-man stun, beautifully held on the Impale there, just comboing up with the Spiked Carapace to get as much stun time as possible, and that leads him to a bit of safety. He's just following. He'll be in some trouble now.
Can't TP out.
2-man stun, nicely thrown out again here, moving in towards the trees, has the TP, yep, he's good, he's good. Doesn't even want a TP, he's got Tranquils.
Exactly.
fast as well.
And he's got 8 sticks. He's got plenty of spells to cast. Oh, Bombi gonna take the rune too. Arcane rune taken away. Dude, 496 is doing so much on this map.
Ooh, Relentless from
Creating
Yanzi.
hella space at the moment.
Dire's
They are
bottom
indeed,
tower
yeah,
is
they are
under
indeed. I mean,
attack.
it's a lot of it is Yasuo heroes. He's just been running heroes around in circles for such a long time now that he's just wasting heroes' time. Meanwhile, they can just kind of farm up in the lanes. You know, this Darkseer is pretty huge. Arjit also doing very well into the Darkseer, of course, as we fully expected.
Radiant structures are fortified.
They got a catapult mid, so they're gonna bring the 2 supports in on the side of Reality Rift, try to get some pressure going here. They got a toss combo on the Tiny.
Has
They're
been
gonna go on nuts, but it's not gonna be enough. Catapult's still
No, it's
alive.
not. Yeah, still doing the damage, and Alacrity happy to tank a bit of this. As Yazzie comes into this one, they're trying to look themselves a target here, but can they actually find anything? Alacrity maybe could be the one they bring down, but they don't really have the damage for it. Changing targets to Hustler, but really just chasing them off here, trying to get some pressure off the tower as well, and finally the catapult shall fall, but getting a good amount of damage off onto that tier 1
Oh,
mid
yeah.
in the process.
That's very good, because they give a lot of space for the Juggernaut and the Queen of Pain now. The Queen of Pain even pushing the Gyrocopter out of the lane. He had to TP back to base. That's going to give a lot of space for KYXY to be able to catch back up on the top. I just hope he doesn't like over-rotate at this point, because he just needs to focus on his own farm. He has had a really bad laning stage. He's finally got some space because his team pressured middle. Gyrocopter got out. This is his time to get his dough. Well, I see lines being drawn on the map. It looks like they want to get some really aggressive vision out.
There's been a
Popper's
wall
going-
drop to bottom here, but I'm just going to go for the spin TP, so... you know, wall's not a super value spell. It's just kind of gets the Jug out of the lane. I don't think that'd be expected
Oh,
much to happen from this.
He even TP'd to the tier 1 mid, so he does plan to walk back to the bottom.
Alacrity, though, getting brought down by the Tiny here, but he can't finish the job. The illusion rune from Alacrity saving his life there. I mean, if it was a double damage or something like that, he
Nyx.
would have just straight up died, but... Oh, Omni Slash comes down onto the Nyx Assassin, and unfortunately,
Huge.
Spike Carapace not going to save you from that. A big misstep from Yassi cost them
Oh,
dearly.
KYXY.
They're not
He
even going to
also
get the
TP'd bottom.
Yeah, they're not going to get the tower from this. They're jumping in. Where is the lockdown? Hustler's coming in from the side here. He's got that battery assault along with the cogs as well to try and catch somebody out here, but the haste comes out, but it's too late. However, he's going to drop a cooldown. Look at the turnaround as Hung comes in around the side here, trying to grab down the Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain had to blink in 1 second. Toss forward to alley-oop. FB goes for a little ride here. Maybe a little bit out of
Sonic Wave.
position, and the Sonic Wave is going to finish the job here. Oh dear, Hung getting a little bit too ambitious with his tosses here. Now looking forward to Adjit. Adjit's so pretty tanky. 4-5-8 coming in though. They want to go after the tower for this one. Not too sure. Hung still trying to chase down the Jug. Really wants to finish the job. Toss will do it. They will get the kill. 4-5-8 comes in from behind. They're going to be able to get the Queen of Pain with the Impale as well and get him. Meanwhile, Hung runs in around the side here. Nuts unable to find him. Trying to finish the job. Hung just baiting as much as possible. In comes the tree, but the tower, the cold
the heal.
embrace. Oh, Savior Bombi rescues him. And there.
Alacrity.
Oh,
It's
he
not
wants
over yet,
it.
buddy.
He's so hungry for this one. Everything's gone so bad for them. He just needs a win. They need a win. But is he going to bite off more than he can chew and end up feeding? Let's find out. Spike Carapace into the Impale. Bombing's on top of him as well. They've got a decent amount of damage. The Flat Cannon helping out as well. But the Rocket's going to chase him. He comes back into this one. Gets stunned up. Yazzie getting pretty low here. Hung hanging around the side. Doesn't really have the mana to commit to this one as the Cold Embrace comes out onto the Wyvern. But with the Reality of Heroes respawning, I think they just got to cut their losses, leave the Wyvern behind, and get themselves out. But by no means a bad trade from 496. In fact, the complete opposite. They've managed to smack down the bottom tier 1 tower, get themselves a bunch of critical kills in the process as well. Most importantly, that Juggernaut. And waste a ton of time.
Yeah, I think that was such a huge win for 496. I mean, they did get the kill on the Darkseer, but then after that, just allowing the Tiny to chase them down and get your Jug, the pop, and everything. I just felt like KYXY had to stay top. They had to sacrifice his bottom tower and just let him catch back up. TPing bottom just made his entire team have to come down there and defend in a really bad position on the map. Oh my goodness, 1 mana burn, and Queen of Pain's down to like 170 mana. Oh,
Level
mid though.
1 mana burn. There's a common brace coming on out here. Winter's Curse as well, so they look forward towards the Clockwork. Clockwork, though, just backing himself away. Meanwhile, Lacrity throws out a couple of Sutter Fists, so the Gyro very far forward here as he just mans up on them. And then comes a wall as well. Haste onto the Gyro, giving him the freedom, but Ajit's coming around the backline. He has the Omni Slash. He wants to throw it down onto the Gyrocopter. The Gyrocopter trying to juke him through the trees. Ajit trying to chase. He's actually going for the spin instead, trying to finish him off the old-fashioned way. Will be successful. Meanwhile, the front lines, they do not have any more kills, so it's just the Gyro, but that's still a pretty big... Oh, he's actually found 3 heroes. That's going to get spread pretty evenly. Some wins as they share the damage, but get the kill onto the Gyrocopter as well. And I look forward for more. Alacrity is going to be the next target for this one as they back themselves away. Oh, cute little kill onto Nuts as a hook shot splits the thread and does not find anybody. Meanwhile, Alacrity throws down the chains, try and get himself away, but unfortunately gets caught out by... No, Flame Guard's going to save him. The Avalanche and the Splinter Blast, not quite enough. Now he's looking to come back in on this one. Meanwhile, Hustler just take it to the front lines. KYXY comes on in, but no, gets Spike Carapaced up, jumps into his death, immediately killed off, and now they'll run down the Nyx Assassin as well, get that return kill, but it's not really worth it. KYXY for the Nyx is a very good micro trade in this team fight as they finally comes to an end. And again, it is 496 the ones who are victorious, I would say. Even though their Gyrocopter did die, they get the Juggernaut and they get the Queen of Pain for it. So in the end, I think it is worth it. But if Reality Rift can get this tier 1 tower, it certainly will not be. But I don't think 496 is just going to roll over and let them take it.
No, they're definitely going to defend this with all of their lives. This is where they feel like they can take all the team fights, get some kills going. That's an arcane rune on Ember, though. That's a game changer right there, boys. If they can get a nice fight on Reality Rift where, let's say, the Clockwork or the Juggernaut is going in or baiting out a team fight, and then the Ember comes in a little bit late, he's going to create a lot of chaos.
True enough. True enough.
They gotta
Smoke, the Haste, Tiny leading the charge. Doesn't have this blink yet. They're just trying to find Archer.
He's a target. 458.
Oh no, the Gyrocopter getting jumped on in the bottom lanes. He's getting beaten on down here inside those cogs. Doesn't stand much a chance of surviving this one as he is surrounded, beleaguered, and killed off. Meanwhile, Juggernaut, he's perfectly safe and dandy under that tower. Predicted the whole thing, just gets himself back to safety. Meanwhile, yeah, they're looking for the Ember Spirit instead. Okay, this is a kill they can get. He does have a Remnant up, but guess who's waiting? It is the Tiny, struggling to finish the job here, but the tree will find him. Unfortunately, could not Remnant that one away and does end up dying. Now the tower going to get hit up a bit here. I don't think they're going to be able to take it entirely, though.
Yeah, they also lost the Arcane Rune there as well. We popped it.
Oh, that's a shame.
Trying to get away. That is a shame indeed.
Oh, we're taking some heavy hits here, though, as Reality Rift are struggling to mount a defense for this one. I don't think they can get this away freely, but at the same time, there's a huge aggression coming out from 496, making it hard to jump forwards onto the Clockwork here, and they just blow him up. Hustler gets hustled. Alacrity's back, though. He's looking for revenge. They get the chains down onto the Darkseer, who just pops a wall onto himself, kind of accepting his death there as the Atomic Wave comes back, pushing Yassi back here. They're going to use a Cold Embrace in the middle of the fight to try and break things up, but it's not really doing a whole lot here. Surge on over there. They're looking for the Queen of Pain right now. She gets tossed up and brought down. Too much damage for her to maintain, and now Yassi on the offensive here. They recognize how strong they are in 496, and Reality Rift can do nothing but cower under their towers, under the aggression of this team. And that's come a little bit too far forward here. Oh, dearie me. That is just a huge misstep from the Phoenix. That means you're not going to have anything to defend that tower with. He really wanted to find the level 6, get the Supernova to try and defend this tower with, to try and take a team fight with, but unfortunately he just ends up feeding his life away at mid. And now, surely they take this tower. The double damage on the Tiny. This should be it, right? Fortification comes out again. Jesus, there. It's such a battle, such a muscle fest for this middle tier 1 towers right now. It looks like nothing's going to happen from this. They want to get Arjit instead, because Yassi's in a great position to lock him down here. He's got the stun out onto him. Toss going to come up as well with the double damage. It does too much damage, and the punch in the back of the head from the Tiny will kill off Arjit. Great kill from Hung Hung.
Oh man, this Nyx is doing so much work in this game.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a Nyx's kill for sure.
Tiny. Yeah. Both of them together.
Rose. Never one play a game. Yeah, Ozzy. Not gonna get punished for going with that high ground. He's so farmed.
Yeah. Hustle's so worried. He's like, is there some people behind him? Why is he running in like this? Because normally you would see an instant hook shot onto a support that's out there like that. Nyx can't get out of the cogs either.
No. They're still looking for this. I mean, they're a little bit worried about the next assassin. He's got no spike carapace though, but the mech's going to heal him out of an actual ton here. And now a beautiful Winter's Curse coming down on the Temper Spirit. That's going to take away a vast majority of his health pool, forcing him out of the fight. As Dappy comes in, round the back, looking for the Queen of Paper. She's got the blink away to get her to safety. Hustler might not be so lucky though, as the Impale comes through. Hustler locks down on the clockwork and will probably just get run down here, getting them all inside the cogs. Get in, boys, and they will get the kill. And meanwhile, Tiny finally able to finish off that middle tier 1 tower, opening up the map and the game for 496 to continue this aggression as they find the Queen of Pain. What is happening, Reality Rift? They are falling apart at the seams right now.
This game is looking like a stomp at this, but 10k gold advantage 15 minutes in? This is worse than game 2.
Oh, God. And let's not forget how that game 2 ended, you know? It's still got a lot of Dota to be played, a long way to go. The Gyrocopter trying to get on top of nuts right now as the Phoenix running them on a little bit of a merry chase here, but the Impale comes out from Yazzie, and once again, Yazzie setting up his cause for kill after kill after kill. Goodness gracious.
I mean, I said they had to win lanes on the side of Reality Rift, right? If you let 496 get their XP, this game is just way too difficult, and they didn't win lanes.
They didn't.
That was the big problem.
Yeah,
if you want to draft yourself into the situation where you have like Queen of Pain and Juggernaut, like cores, you just have to win.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Especially against Darkseer and Gyro.
Yeah, right.
Now he's gonna get Aghanims on this Gyrocopter as well. They're gonna have the super insane strong fighting timing. Tiny is just a menace on this map. It's like anybody he goes on is just instantly dead because of that Surge Ion Shell on top of him. Just super amplified time.
Playing Tiny from ahead feels so good. I mean, you just see anyone, you're like, that's a kill. You no longer see the enemies as opponents, you see them as food. And they're picking up the ward here, but they don't have one. Just the tower vision. I don't know why Hong Kong's picking this out so violently. Meanwhile, in mid, Yassi setting up for Hustler here. Again, Yassi's just creating so many kill opportunities. They will bring down the clockwork. Beautifully done once more.
Yeah, so on the side of Reality Rift, they need to like try to avoid 496 and try to get their own pick somewhere. Like for example, this Gyrocopter TP in top, if they see or they have some vision bottom that sees that he's alone here, they should jump, right? They need to take some of these risky plays on the opponent's side and make 496 get out of this positioning that they have locked down in this bottom and mid area.
Yeah, they were thinking about it, but it looks like they backed away now. Ember jumps out. They all jump out.
Oh wow, that's a bam brace on the Tiny as well. Additional 6% spell amp. He's sitting on the intelligence.
And that's going to help out a lot. It is indeed. It is indeed. It's just a case of we got to farm up to the point where all of us aren't going to get one shot by the Tiny, I think, on the side of Reality Rift. They can't really take fights when any single one of their heroes gets killed by this Tiny, and there's absolutely zero save to help them with that.
Yeah. They don't have like a Doom or something who they can just Doom this Tiny or Darkseer or something like that and keep them locked down.
Exactly.
Either.
No Doom, no save, nothing huge in the team fight. So they're going to make this play onto the Nixas, and I like this a lot. If they can finish the job in time before the team gets in, the Impale comes down onto 2, and he's even got a yield to try and keep himself alive. Now the Winter's Curse comes down onto the clockwork. What a save. Sonic Wave will come in and at least get them that kill, but now Supernova on the backline might not be terrible here. Is that just getting a decent amount of damage off Hazard? Omni Slash to drop down onto Hung Hung. Hung Hung could be in some real trouble right now, but in comes the Cold Embrace, saving him from the Juggernaut. Can he finish the job? Yes, he can. Just about, but Ajit's in pretty deep here. He kills off the Tiny, will give his life for this one though, it feels like, and down he goes. Nuts and Ajit both dead, so they back themselves away, but a pretty good fight, all things considered, by Reality Rift. Oh, if KYXY dies for getting this this Imp Claw, I'm going to feel very sorry for him. Done. Rocket. Oh, he's gone. 4-5.
They did get the godlike streak from the Tiny, but it went to the pockets of the Fiend.
Oh, really? Oh, Jesus. I thought the Jug got it. Oh, no.
No, he went to the pocket of Phoenix, yeah.
Woo! Philosopher's Stone and a bunch of gold from killing Tiny. It's Phoenix core time, baby. I would say if he had anything more than 2 braces. Hustler is going to get run down. Gyrocopter just making the efficiency, you know. He's just getting a kill whilst farming Ancients with flat cannon. No worries. It's casual stuff. 458 is so good on this hero.
Yeah, this is his hero, man. Loves it. I just don't think they really pick the heroes that can actually deal with him properly. Like Juggernaut and Clock are okay, but this Queen of Pain offlane just didn't work out at all. I mean, Queen of Pain in general just feels like not a very strong hero in this match unless it's played.
Just happened.
And even as a mid laner, it's like what Kyle says. That hero cannot have 2 deaths, more than 2 deaths.
Yeah, you just find yourself in the point where you can't make moves on the map because you don't have the farm, you don't have the momentum to do so. It becomes very, very awkward. Meanwhile, top tower is starting to fall. Gyrocopter, the usual build. This time feels like he could skip the BKB instead of just go straight into the Satanic, which I agree with. He's just too farmed.
Ajit has made his way into the enemy ancients, the only place where he can actually have some farm. But I think they have an idea of where he must be, right? Look at this super aggressive coming out from 496. They see everything.
Now that is a Radiant scan, and a nice one too, as it is going to see Hung Hung looking for the Jug. Just a sight.
And that's also a DD that spawned on the top rune, and Gyrocopter just walked in with the He's a Satanic!
Oh yeah. What? That dude's ripped.
What? Dude, he's got 14k net worth. This is insane how farmed he is. Dude,
nearing the 700 GPM.
It's actually impossible to kill this guy, even without the Aegis. He's already impossible to kill.
Yeah, just throw on the Aegis for good measure as well. I think Reality Rift may be sweating a little bit in their base right now.
You know what he should take? He should take the Vampire Fangs in the base too.
Yeah.
Some more lights, you just throw them all on, baby.
Amplify
Let's
the
go.
Satanic. 200%, not enough. Give me more.
I mean, it also works as his Aghanim, right? The side gunner is going to be life stealing for him too, off the Vampire Fangs.
Yep, and cooldown and Rocket Barrage could give spell life steal as well.
He's also got a good save with the Winter Wyvern. Like the Winter Wyvern with the Satanic, the Cold Embrace is going to be healing a lot.
Okay, no worries. Just pops the Satanic to kill off the creeps and heal himself up. 458, flexing a little bit as Arjit comes in to try and clear off these creep waves here. Well, she doesn't actually get any Maelstrom procs in there, so that feels a little bit awkward. All that being used just to zone them back and give 458 the space to take this down. Now, he has used a decent amount of cooldowns just sitting on this high ground, but at the same time, he just knows that they can't do anything about him. Like, it doesn't really matter. He's got an Aegis, you know. Cool, kill me when my Satanic's down. No worries.
They don't have sentries either on the sides here, so that ward is watching Reality Rift just sit in their base, and they're like, okay, well, they're sitting there with 5 heroes. I'm just gonna farm this stack, wait for them to come out, then we're gonna kill them, then we're gonna go back to the high ground.
Are they actually brave enough to do ward this, or are they worried about a tiny jumping them? Yeah, and that's like, all right, well,
yeah. I mean, if the tiny jumps them, it's actually bad for the tiny because they'll put his team and himself out of position.
Yeah, true enough.
Too early in the game, jump into the enemy base, like in that position at least.
It is only 23 minutes in, despite what this Gyrocopter looks like right now, as he heads his way towards the Butterfly next. One thing I want to point out as well is that, you know, even though they have an Iron Shell and they have the Tiny as well, they're still giving all the farm to the Gyrocopter when they go for this push. Hold on as they jump into the backlines here, immediately killing off the Phoenix. That means he's going to do so Supernova, but he actually buys back into this one. Meanwhile, the Winter's Curse comes down, holding End Spirit still inside of that BKB, meaning it's doing absolutely nothing, and they will cut down Hustler as well. 458 just sitting on the front lines, doing what he wants. So far, not taking any casualties on the side of 496. Another buyback comes out, this time from the Clockwork, as Gyrocopter continues the siege. Arjit trying to get some damage off onto the Gyrocopter, but he doesn't have that Satanic, but he's got the Aegis, so it doesn't really matter. Another Juggernaut could be in some trouble as they jump into the side, they're trying to take down Alacrity here. Sonic Wave comes cutting on through, but still not enough damage to kill anybody off as Ajit runs himself away, so low on HP. And they will surge out the Jar. Jar's just like, actually, wait a minute, I've got a barracks to take. My bad, guys. Let me just run in and take that real quick. Dappy gets tossed into the middle of everybody, but they just don't have the reaction time to respond to it. I mean, they just don't know what to do about this. TP's come into the front lines here as Ajit gets back into this fight. 496. I mean, they just took a barracks without losing anything here, and their advantage is now up to nearly 20k at 24 minutes.
Hold on. What do you call it, Nick? Chopped liver or what? He's nothing? He's nothing to you? Lost nothing?
Okay, you're losing it. I'm sorry, buddy.
Yeah, don't hurt Yassi's feelings. He's been owning it up this game. Exactly. I mean, Reality Rift, they did lose a big chunk of their map. Or there was a hole where their base used to be, and then Clockwork and Phoenix both had to buy back. But I think Yassi's worth that.
Yeah, agreed. He's a golden boy. He's definitely worth the barracks. Meanwhile, Clockwork, Hookshot Juggernaut. Wasn't gonna mention it, but you know what? It kind of just shows that this team is a little bit falling apart right now.
I mean, this game is just so tough from the get-go. If you put yourself in a position where you have to win lane to even compete, right? Things are way too tough on the side of Reality Rift. I think they're just going through the motions at this point. 458 just making all the calculated plays. Oh, they got another Yassi boy kill here. It's gonna
but whilst he's doing that, they've actually managed to take down a tier 3 tower. So again, pretty worth it. And the buyback, meaning he just wants to be back in that fight when it takes off, as 458 just peppering them all with this flak cannon. The thing is, the more you let him do this, the more you let him just sit there and damage your whole team with flak cannon, the harder it gets to fight them, because everyone's just getting low. Everyone's forcing back to the fountain to get their health back. Meanwhile, yes, 458 just continues to take these barracks. Yassi's getting back into the fight as well. I feel like they had a very, very slight opportunity here. But then again, with the Aegis, it just feels so impossible. They jump the Queen of Pain in the backline. She gets taken down as a Tiny immediately looking for more. And look, under the tier 4 towers, it's doing so much damage. Wall gets dropped by Dappy as well, just trying to get the vision, trying to get the control. 458 coming under the tier 4s, looking for some heroes. He's got this Butterfly finished up right now as he drops the damage onto the clock. Impale comes out onto him as well. Avalanche and Toss is going to make a death off the Clockwork. Aegis does now run out, but what does it really matter? I mean, he's just got so much goddamn money. He is a full 10k gold above the Juggernaut.
Yeah, I think he can literally like take his hands off the keyboard and just let his hero hit the building.
Oh, meet your hammer, Phoenix. Let's go. Takes down 2. Easy peasy. Yeah, this is not the ending of the series we wanted, but it's the one we're getting. 496 just absolutely flexing in this final game, 27 minutes in, and there's very little hope. They're fountain fire. Oh, they suck him out the fountain. He does get off the Omni. Nearly kills off Yassi with some very lucky bounces, but now, unfortunately, he will. Oh, okay, they get Yassi again here. Die back on Yassi. Means nothing, but yeah, they're gonna call it. They get the kill. They don't want to end on a win. You know, we killed the Nyx assassin. That's good enough for us. GG. The series will go to 496 once again. My god, this team looks good. They look hot. They have been looking hot from the start. And yeah, I mean, this is actually the first series which they've dropped a game in.